Today we are going to be getting platinum on Battlefield 6, but we're going to do it the Lord's way, which means no bot lobbies. Everything from grueling tasks like 2,000 revives to simple things like the campaign, all the way up to the most difficult thing I've done, 10 knife kills in a single match. You're going to be able to follow along with that story here. So sit back and relax and let's enjoy the campaign. This video took literally weeks to make, so make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy the content.
Please, no! No! No!
We kicked the campaign off in Georgia, not the state, the country, or Providence thing. I don't really know. I was homeschooled. But September 17th, 2027 feels like a regular old day with even enough time to hold a little dinosaur thing. Why? I don't know, but it gave me a trophy. From there, we realized that NATO is actually crumbling, and then boom, a gigantic explosion, and here comes Pax Armada. If you don't know who Pax is, it's basically a mercenary group that said, we'll play nice, and then big surprise, they didn't play nice and then they bombed us. As we engage in firefights, we lead our team and play as character Sergeant Dylan Murphy, a super cliche name if you ask me. We do the Battlefield-esque thing where we get in the back of like a Humvee type vehicle, sit on a 50 cal, you know, wreak some havoc everywhere. Things are going very Battlefield-like. Holy. On our way to the servers, we do realize that Pax Armada is a much more formidable foe than we once thought. As our jet absolutely carpet bombs these tanks and we cheer and are happy, we realize that, boom, Pax Armada has jets as well. And this is a much larger force than we once had thought. So far, this is going good. Not great, but good. As we control our team and firefight our way to the construction site and ultimately blow everything up, we are able to evac and everything seems fine. But then it quickly turns into Black Hawk Down Simulator and we get shot out of the sky. We make our final stand in a super potentially cinematic experience where our teammates are just getting absolutely hammered and unfortunately laying there on the American flag, which could have been super cinematic and immersive, except I had a bug where I couldn't lean around the corner. And this mission that should have taken like 10 to 30 seconds took me like 4 minutes. It was ridiculous. In the very last minute though, we are saved by our American friends, which is pretty fantastic. Okay, hold on, let's try this control. But then we find out that 12 countries decided to bail on NATO and join the Pax Armada force. It certainly feels like World War III is imminent at this point, but can we put a stop to it? Fast forward about 6 months and NATO is absolutely losing it and everything's falling apart. We have a plan here. We need to take back the giant rock Gibraltar. No, not that rock, and no, not that Gibraltar. Plan is simple. Half the team is gonna halo jump in and take the rock from the top down. But my goal is to get 50 headshots throughout the campaign, which I do secure in the second mission of the game. Oh, there's a man behind me. Oh my gosh, I got beamed. A trophy! I think that was my last headshot. And for whatever reason, we ended up in a old war museum where a part of the achievement was to shoot 10 mannequins, which was weird, but we did that because sure. 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have definitely shot a lot of mannequins. Okay. Yeah, we got it. Simultaneously, as we're moving through the war museum on Gibraltar, our team has stormed the beaches and is absolutely like, the scenes are so much different here. One of them, we're moving through kind of a slow pace museum, while the other one, it is just like Swiss cheese through bunkers, explosions, machine gun fire, helicopters. It's insane. But through all of that, we ultimately do end up breaching the Pax headquarters and everything is great. Well, unfortunately, it's not, because the Pax leader, Alexander Kincaid, escaped, and apparently he has that secret file Velis, which now makes Pax basically invisible to satellites to do whatever they want. After getting the remaining trophies for taking back Gibraltar, we head over to Cairo, where we do a night raid type mission. It's very simple. We need to infiltrate a compound and gather some intel. But along the way, we find out that the intel guy has died. Okay, so then we cut his thumb off. I don't know, it seemed like the logical thing to do. Fortunately for us, that intel did reveal Kincaid's plan, which was basically dropping a bunch of nukes on New York City. That is not ideal. After getting the trophies for completing the mission and completing the mission with pistols only, we find ourselves in Brooklyn a mere 9 days later. As the Brooklyn Bridge burns, we are now underground chasing a train holding launch codes. Launch codes to what, you might ask? Well, our villain Kincaid apparently has a mole on the USS Artemis, which is a very large battleship, and he plans to use that mole to shoot rockets at the city. This whole mission was just chaos as we tried to chase this train down and ultimately had to board the train to blow it up in order to save the day. So as all good action movies go, it's time to play Protect the President. After acquiring a couple trophies, one for smashing people in the face with a sledgehammer and the other for completing that mission, it was time to introduce our president, President Fernandez. See, we had a pretty simple mission here. We needed to take President to safe house. Very simple until Pax hit us like a bag of bricks in the face, and it was no good. Explosions, firepower, cars, men, all kinds of words you would use to describe war, and it all accumulated here at like a harbor on the river. Ultimately, we did succeed and he was able to extract, but that wasn't before drama. Hey, let me tell you about this cutscene here, okay? The game shifts to a cutscene where we find out a little bit of lore behind our main character and the villain. I'm gonna give you the brief version of this to save time, but basically, bad guy was good guy. Bad guy got burned, literally and figuratively. Now bad guy mad, wants to destroy the world. It's kind of the gist of the whole thing. Things do get pretty intense though. Kincaid absolutely shanks one of your friends and he ends up passing away, which is not ideal, I'll tell you that, and then is gone, just vanishes into the mist. But if there's one thing for sure, it's that war is on, and I don't mean any war, I mean global war. Another one. We find ourselves back in Cairo in, I'm gonna be honest, a very generic tank mission. I feel like this mission was just in there so that we could learn how to drive the tanks for multiplayer, but nonetheless, we had two tasks. Collapse a bridge onto another tank, which was easy, and then complete the mission. I don't think that this mission did anything for the story whatsoever though. So we're gonna move on to the next one. After rolling through Cairo in an Abrams, we find ourselves in Tajikistan with a drone where we're tasked with spotting 20 enemies. Now, kind of like the previous mission, this didn't do a ton for the story, but it actually was pretty fun as it was more of an open world, kind of Ghost Recon-esque mission, which I had a lot of fun playing. The story itself was pretty simple. They had a bunch of air defenses in Tajikistan that we needed to take down, so we kind of just went from A to B to C and took them all out, ending in this super over-dramatic decision to blow an entire dam to remove the rest of the comms. I don't know, just a little extra. Oh my gosh. Oh! All right, well, we made it. Nobody, no. Oh! After completing that mission and getting the trophy, we moved on to the final mission, which was actually really cinematic and fun. We find ourselves infiltrating a military base with one goal, and that is to stop these giant nuclear bombs from going off. But let me tell you, it was chaos. I was shooting helicopters out of the sky with a tank and getting trophies for it. We were having ground-to-ground warfare. It was just chaos everywhere.
Tossing incendiary!
But then there's a plot twist. It turns out that Pax Armada was a CIA black project the whole time. You know, who would have thought that? Everything has been orchestrated by this lady named Melissa Mills, who I didn't introduce yet, but she was basically throughout the whole campaign. and our boy Kincaid was just a pawn the whole time. Melissa gave her everything, brothers. We're talking intel, bombs, all of it. It was all CIA. Ultimately, we end up capturing Kincaid and defusing all of the bombs, except for one, which does happen to explode our team. Very unfortunate. And then the story kind of just ends in a cutscene where we confront Melissa Mills about the CIA Black Project and double agents, and she tries to preach some like necessary evil stuff. I'm gonna be honest, our boy Murphy was not buying it, okay?
Just
There's nothing left to say.
Okay, he ends that whole conversation in one bullet. And that was the end of not only that mission, but the campaign as well. Not gonna lie, not the best campaign I've ever played. Kind of cringy, a lot of plot holes, but what did you guys think? Let me know down in the comments.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Moving into multiplayer, this is where things get really difficult, but there were a few trophies that I thought I could get just by playing the game. Things like leveling up to level 9, 14, and 25, getting 414 acts of valor, whatever those are, you know, road kills, and getting 129 kills in multiplayer. You could get all of those just by playing the game, and that's exactly what I did. Now, there was another trophy that I thought I could get just by playing the game, and that was the 6 headshots with sidearms. Now, this could be really difficult for a lot of players, but luckily for me, I was playing late at night and I got into quite the bot lobby, if you ask me. And I don't mean AI, I mean guys sitting on the other side of the room playing on a 55-inch TV without headphones on kind of bot lobby. After knocking out those 7 trophies and feeling pretty good, it was time to move on to some of the more difficult ones. And let me tell you, some of these are actually insane. 10 takedowns in one match. As daunting as that trophy sound, I was actually really worried about another trophy called Super Bomb Man. You see, this trophy required me to arm or disarm 5 MCOM stations in one rush match. Now, because I'm not gonna do this in a bot lobby, here's why this is so difficult. Typically in a game of Rush, there's like 6 to 8 MCOM stations for you to arm. So I would either need to have to arm literally like 95% of them or 70% of them. And that's really hard to do because I'm 30 and I'm bad. And also, what if my teammates arm them, right? I tried this by myself for a couple hours and I pretty much was just bashing my head against the wall the whole time. So I knew I was gonna have to hit some friends up. The idea was we would get together, rush the point, and then they would have to guard me while I armed the MCOM. And let's just say we cooked. I think they're getting it. They got it.
Yeah, they got it.
Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. I'm going. I'm burning. Yes.
That's my fire, so you're good.
Yes. Nice. There's one. I'm going A. Yes, I got it.
I blocked you, bro. I literally
gosh,
blocked.
no.
Okay, we gotta hold it. We gotta hold
It
it.
doesn't matter. I got it. I got the achievement.
Oh, you got the challenge?
Bro.
I wanted to do something a little bit more grindy, so I set my sights on 250 kills with a sniper rifle as the recon class. And I gotta be honest, the 250 kills was perfect. It was great. I could sit back, take some shots, kind of chill, all while pushing forward on my task. Eventually, after some time, I was able to complete that with relative ease and honestly fun. I had a good time doing it. Hold on, there's man. Oh my gosh, get absolutely headshotted, nerd. I shot way too high. What am I doing? I've been playing this for a long time. My brain's getting a little something, you know? I'm telling you. That's right, baby, 250 kills. Well, all of that fun and excitement from completing trophies immediately halted, and I knew it was time to take on the task of 1,996 revives. When I started this trophy, Tracker.gg told me that I was in the bottom 95% of all players in the world of revives. Listen, I wasn't reviving anybody. I was working on platinum, okay? Calm down. But when I finished this trophy, I was in the top 7% of players in the world when it comes to revives. That means I had to pass 95% of players in order to get this trophy in a game that has sold millions and millions and millions of copies. But I did 16 hours straight and about 1,500 revives in one sitting. That's literally all I did the entire day and the entire night after my family went to bed. I am depressed. Oh, don't res him. Yes! I got it, let's go. But despite it being absolutely horrible, it was still not as bad as some of the trophies coming up. Yeah, that's right. I'm looking at you, 5x5. After grinding my life away for nearly 20 hours, I thought the next best thing to do was grind some more. So I moved on to Breakthrough, where I had to capture 41 sectors. You see, the reason this is so difficult is because you have to be on the point when your team gets the sector or it doesn't count. That means if a grenade lands on your face 2 seconds before the sector pops, you're screwed and you don't get that point. And let alone Breakthrough only has like 3 or 4 sectors every match, so the chances of you like getting 10 is kind of impossible. Anyway, after bashing my face against a wall for a little while, I did eventually end up getting that trophy. Nice. Yeah, oh, we got it. Oh my God. Moved on to something that I thought would be easier, and that was 128 flags in Conquest. You see, I thought this would be easier because, you know, well, there's a lot of flags in Conquest. Well, I was wrong because, yeah, I'm an idiot, okay? This was hard, okay? This was really, really hard. On a really good match, I would get like 10 sectors captured in one match, and I think for the most part, that's probably above average. And then Conquest games are long, they're like 30, 45 minutes. All of that adds up to like another, I don't know, 6 to 10 hours of grinding nothing but flags. Oh my gosh, bro. We could get it right here, brothers, we could. Yeah! Unfortunately, after days and days of neglecting my adult life by playing video games, it was still time to do that. And I was gonna continue to neglect my life because I had a trophy called Heavy Weaponry I had to do. Now, this trophy requires you to get 5 kills with a light machine gun without reloading in 1 life. And I know what you're thinking. I thought it was gonna be easy too, and to be honest, it kind of was, except for the fact that this trophy would not pop for me. I think this is gonna be a big challenge. I tried everything. I backed out of lobbies, I restarted my game, I even unplugged the son of a gun. Nothing would work. I could not get this trophy to pop. And I mean, I tried this for probably 15 games, hours of me playing. At one point, I even thought that my homeschool education was kicking in and I forgot how to count. So then I would try to get 6 kills. There was even a match, I think I got 7 kills in 1 life, which was pretty sick, I won't lie. But no matter what I did, I could not get this trophy to pop. And then it just randomly did. Let's go, heavy armory, let's go. All right, but unfortunately for me, it was not time to realign my life back to a functioning adult because I still had 4 multiplayer trophies left. And you see, there was no time to rest until I got these final 4 trophies done. And those 4 trophies were get 2,000 damage with C4, repair vehicles for 2,042 damage, and the 2 most brutal ones, 5x5, which is get 5 multi-kills as assault. And then there's the big boy, 10 takedowns, which is knife kills in 1 match. There was no time to waste. I could take vitamin D pills. My family could wait for me. I'm a pretty good dad, I think. You might have to ask them, but you know what I mean. I needed to achieve this goal, so I moved on to the 2,000 damage with C4, which was pretty easy. I actually did it in 1 match. Kind of laid down, was a little campy, threw some C4, couple tanks, easy peasy. From there, I moved on to the 2,042 repair damage to vehicles, and this was also pretty easy. I called my friend, we flew a helicopter, we sat in the tank, I repaired, and that was done pretty quick. Nice. Pull up, brother! I got it! But now it was time to take on the final 2. Let me introduce you to my arch nemesis, the 5x5. And like I said earlier, what this trophy is I had to get 5 multi-kills as assault just in multiplayer. And to be honest, this trophy is very doable for the average player, as in Battlefield especially, you are very likely to run into large groups of players just throughout your playtime. I first tried my luck in Conquest, and while Conquest did offer opportunities for large groups of players, it felt a little too RNG for me, if that makes sense. I wanted something more controlled where the players were going to be more condensed. And so I turned my focus to breakthrough. You see, I had just unlocked this cool little gadget called the respawn beacon. And my idea was I would army crawl little Navy SEAL myself all the way around their spawn and get behind them to give myself basically infinite opportunity to beam all these dudes in the back. That's a crazy thing to say. It's a pretty great idea, right? No, it didn't work. After my idea was completely debunked, I went searching. There had to be a game mode that would offer me the opportunity for 5 kills relatively easy on a consistent basis, something that I could control. And that's when I found squad deathmatch. The idea in my head was as soon as I ran into a squad, I would just have to MLG Pro Gamer them, take that squad out, and then hopefully turn, and I would be being third-partied by an Apex Legends player, and I could kill him, and I would get my multi-kill. I played this game mode for hours, bro. I'm talking 10 to 12 hours straight, and I could not find a 5th often enough to get the multi-kill. Boys, I was in shambles, okay? I'm going upstairs talking to my wife about how difficult this is, taking a cold shower type shambles, you know what I mean? Luckily for me, a little pep talk from the missus and some ice cold water locked me back in, and after a couple more matches of me absolutely sweating my butt off, the trophy popped randomly. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't do it, but I got the trophy. I even think that the trophy popped on like a double kill or something. I don't know. I'm gonna take it, and hey, we got it. It's on there, the record book show. You know what I'm saying, brothers? After all, I still had the 10 knife kills to do in one match, so I'll take any win I can get. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we're so close. Hold on, boys. The time had come, and it was time to face the final boss of this trophy list, the 10 takedowns in one match. This challenge isn't just about knife kills, it's about takedowns. That means I have to go through the entire animation 10 times for this to be able to count. Remember that little gadget I talked about earlier, the spawn beacon? Well, that thing is going to be worth its weight in gold after this challenge, because my plan is pretty simple. I'm going to get as far back in enemy lines as possible, place my spawn beacon, and then move my way up through the map, hoping to catch some guys tunnel visioned in their scope, not paying attention to me. I tried this on different maps for a few hours, and I ranged anywhere from 3 to 6 takedowns per game. What this told me is that my strategy was actually pretty good, but I was definitely gonna need some luck in order to make this happen. And then I loaded into this map called Mirac Valley. This is a huge map, and it often has a ton of snipers on it, so I knew I needed to lock in. This could be my chance. After spawning and then running for what seemed 39 hours, I found myself back in the enemy spawn, looking at my first victim. I gotta do this fast because there's a thing right here. Nice. Nice, we got one. Luckily for me, the good Lord did bless me, and I was able to find a tunnel vision goober, like crouch walking away from me, and I was able to get my second kill in one life.
Be advised, enemy attack confirmed at
Oh no, there's a sniper behind me. It's okay. Nice! 2, baby! 2 already. I'm gonna be honest, this was absolutely huge for the program, boys. Okay, 2 kills, 1 life, and I'm like 5 minutes into this match. This is absolutely fantastic. It was time for me to switch up my strategy a bit. See, in Mirac Valley, there is a center portion of the map that has this really tall construction tower. I thought if I could get up there and can control that, maybe I could jump off and land behind players and knife them. But again, unfortunately for me, when I got to the top, I was looking around and it seemed like there was like nobody on this map. I feel like I even had to check to make sure the match was full. It just seemed so empty, and this challenge was looking even more impossible than I thought. I was really starting to lose hope. I was 15 minutes into this match with only 2 kills now, and all of the other kills I was able to get, they were only with my revolver. It just wasn't looking good. One. Buddy met the Lord right there. But then I decided to take a trip to the top of my tower again, where I found another unsuspecting sniper absolutely locked in on his scope, and I was able to secure my 3rd kill. All right, I don't know if that's 3 or 4, but that was good. With that kill, not only was I able to make progress on my trophy, but more importantly, I was able to place my spawn beacon up there and basically take control over the top of that tower, which allowed me to jump off very consistently down on unsuspecting players below. This allowed me to get my 4th knife kill, my 5th knife kill, and my 6th knife kill pretty easily, and I was making a lot of progress. Yes! I think that's fine. Okay. Nice. That's 2. At this point, I only needed 4 more kills to get this challenge done, but I looked up at the tickets and time was running out very fast. And I'm gonna be honest, desperate times call for desperate measures. I make it up back to the top of my tower and I run into this recon player. Okay, see, this recon player saw me and decided to do a little wiggle. That wiggle signified to me that he was friendly and he just wanted to snipe. Okay, I agreed and we decided to go our separate ways. However, I have a challenge to do here. Okay, sorry buddy. Listen, I'm not proud of this, but I've been grinding this for days, and Jay the 7 needed to make the ultimate sacrifice. Listen, can we put in the comments, RIP Jay the 7? He will forever be remembered on this channel. After completely throwing my morals right out the window for this challenge, I only needed 3 more kills. But unfortunately, there was only 150 tickets left, and that's like 5 minutes of gameplay, and I don't know how I was gonna get this done. I tried, and every single attempt at getting a knife kill ended in death after death after death. Every single time I died and I had to go into the menu and respawn, the stakes just continued to go higher as the tickets were dwindling faster and faster. At this point, there was only about 50 tickets left on the board when I finally found my 8th kill. Nice. Come on. Had a little bit of hope after that kill, but unfortunately for me, death came again and again, and now there was only 30 tickets left on the board for me to find my final 2 kills. I gotta go for this kid again. No. I think I need one more. Oh my gosh, I might need 2. I don't even know. This is so close. I need a guy up here so bad. No way. Oh my gosh. Yes! No way! Yes! Yes! No bot lobbies, baby! With 3 tickets left. Oh my gosh, no way. And just like that, after getting my final kill with only 3 tickets left, it was time for me to move on and finish up these final trophies. I headed back into the campaign, played through it again to get all of the collectibles, and finished up a couple of the miscellaneous things I missed. Thank you. Nice. What do we got here? Did I just see collectible? Oh, a collectible. There wasn't even anything for me to see. Oh, we got a trophy. Yes, sir. And we got Dogs of War. Let's go, boys. Now, there's a nice one. Collectible number 4.
Tag recovered.
Look what I found. A collectible right here on that knife. And a collectible. Collectible. Nice, a collectible. There's room for no reason whatsoever other than a collectible. Oh, and also here's a collectible. Yes, sir, brothers. Gonna find this. Oh my gosh, a collectible. and a collectible. Oh, a collectible. Look at this. A collectible right here hanging on the wall. Hey, look. A collectible that you can't see. Hey, look at that. A dog tag. We're looking organically. Oh, I found it organically. Nice. Oh, look. There's that. There's aggressive, and then there's another dog tag. I think. Oh yeah, right there. I see it shiny. Let's go. Yeah, look at that. Look at that right there. Oh, a new camo. Let's go. And there it is, brothers, right there. Here. Oh, look. There's one. Let's go, brother. Sonia.
Tag recovered.
Hey, look, a collectible.
Got an anti tag here.
For all of them. Pack leader, that is all of the collectibles. Let's go, baby. After all of that was done, there was only one thing left to do, and that was to complete a campaign mission on the hardest difficulty. Honestly, after so many days of grinding, I thought I would take this time and just boot up my favorite mission. Not even the shortest one, just the one I had the most fun on, and just kind of enjoy this last challenge. After playing through it on the hardest difficulty, which was actually really easy, I was able to finish the mission and not only get the trophy for that mission specifically, but also get the platinum trophy. And guys, I have to say, this is the first time I've ever platinumed a game ever, and it was really fun. It was pretty grindy, but it was really fun. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you in the next one. Out of some clear airspace, gentlemen. Let's go. We did it. Peak performance. Perfectly balanced, baby. We did it. We have platinum Battlefield 6. I've never platinum a game before in my life. And I gotta say, this was tough. The multiplayer was tough. Campaign was super easy, but if you guys enjoyed that content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.